Hey everyone. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out my microphone. Okay, so deadline is in 58 minutes. We already know the fixtures, so I'm just not even going to bother talking about it. Semi-final, we were allowed 3 transfers this match day. I'm sure you already know how I got on last match day. Don't really need to talk about that as well. So Lewis Skelly is starting, thinking about potentially buying him. Yeah, so I'm thinking potentially buying Lewis Skelly. I'll go over to the lineup in a minute. This is potential transfers. Still not even made my mind up what I'm going to do, so I probably need to do that. Captain, I think Saka's the best captain for this match day. If you're happy with your rank and you want to be a bit safe, if you know what I mean. If you want to play a bit wild, you can go for somebody like Eze, who's starting. He could be decent to go for. You've got the backup of Harry Kane, potentially Dembele. I'm sure you've got one of them for tomorrow's fixture. We could play them. I'm sure you probably got all 3 of these, or at least 2 of them that you can use as captain tomorrow if your captain doesn't work out. So you could go for somebody like Eze and hope that you do outscore somebody like Saka and a bit of a massive differential. I'm just going to go over to my team and get cracking because I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. I need your advice of what you think I should do. Let me know in the comment section what you think I should do on my side. I'm definitely selling Hakimi, but I'm happy that Ben White's starting. I wasn't expecting him to start, so that's a plus for me. I've already got 3 Arsenal defenders and Raya, so I'm thinking, do I actually need to get Lewis Skelly? Should I give the Arsenal defender a miss? Go for somebody like Upamecano, get myself an extra Bayern Munich player? And then I've got 2 Arsenal slots to use and I can get different players further forward. Simeone's starting. I'm not too sure how I feel with Simeone. I've got 2.9 million left in the bank, so if I did sell him and I went for an Arsenal defender, there's quite a lot of players that I could afford. Can't afford Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard are benched. Thinking maybe going with Eze. The other option is to sell Dewey and get Saka. I didn't mind. I was thinking about selling Musiala, but I kind of like the fact that he's at home and he's so lowly owned, and because I'm so low ranks, is it good to just go for a bit of a differential, and at least I'll have 4 Bayern Munich players then, and I'll have 4 PSG players, so whichever one of them gets knocked out, at least I'm getting 4 players in the final that I'm secure on, and then I'll have either Alvarez or I'll have all my Arsenal players as well. So I'm thinking maybe them are going to be my transfers. The other option is to sell one of Dembele. Dembele or Alvarez. Oh, actually, I could probably do. Could I do that? How much is Gokra? Is he 8.89 million? I can just afford that as well. Oh, that's a really hard one to decide now. Let me know in the comment section if you need my advice before deadline. But now Ben White's starting, I don't feel like I should get another Arsenal defender. I've got a goalkeeper and 3 defenders. It feels a bit too many eggs in a basket. If they concede, that's 4 defenders gone, and I've only got 1 defender to bring in tomorrow if I get 4 defenders. So at least with this, I've got an extra defender for the Wednesday. And then let's have a look how many players I've got for each day. So I've got 3, 4, 5. I've only got 5 players going this way. So if Arsenal do really well, some of our players won't be able to be played. So maybe I don't go this route. Maybe I keep Alvarez and have an extra player. Because they've got Havertz on the bench, haven't they? Arsenal. So maybe Havertz takes a bit of Gyökeres's minutes. Do I not just get Eze and go with this and have an extra player for the Tuesday? So then I'll have 6 outfield players and then 7 outfield players for the Wednesday. I have a feeling that the Arsenal players are going to do well. I'm not going to be able to use my bench tomorrow, but that's a good place to be in as well at the same time. If you can't use your bench because your players have done so well and you don't want to take them out your side, at least you're happy that you've got points on the board. So I think it's down to, do I keep Alvarez and get Eze, or do I keep Dewey and get Gyökeres? Started a poll, so it's, what should I do? Should I keep Dewey and get Alvarez? Keep Dewey, get Gyökeres, or keep Alvarez, get Eze? I'm not too sure what to do. If you're still here, hit that like button. We've still got quite a bit of time, so I don't need to stress too much. Let's go back over to, I think I'm 90% sure what I'm going to do. It's just either or. Maybe I look into some things. While we're on here. Let me know in the comment section what you think the scoreline will be in these 2 matches. Who do you think is going to go through? I think Arsenal are going to go through. I think they've got that confidence now. With City drawing, I know it's a different competition, but I think they've got that confidence. Yeah, we could have a really good season. We've got a bit of weight off our shoulders in the Premier League now. Let's just focus on this Champions League match and get through. Atletico, obviously a really good side, but I think Arsenal will go through with the home side. And then for that Bayern Munich PSG game, I think it's very hard to call, but I I favour Bayern Munich again. I think as a side, the great PSG are missing Hakimi. Not not the worst thing, but yeah, I think Bayern Munich and Arsenal are going to go through. Let me know in the comment section. 3 transfers this match day and then 5 in the final. If you got 6 players that are potentially going to go through, I think we'll all have 6 players that are going to go through to the final, then you're good. Because, so if you got a split of, what's that? 7 players on what? 7 players for the one of the matches and 8 players for the other match. They should, one of them should go through, one of them should go out, and you should have enough, depending, because you could get 2 players from one side, 2 players from the other side on the different fixtures, and them 2 both go through, then you only have 4. But yeah, you should be okay. It's the last chance, isn't it, to get real points, because I think in the final we all have basically the same team anyway. But the captaincy is going to be the huge differential one in the final. Do we go for somebody that's a bit different? We just need to pick the one that's going to do the most points, really, because everybody's going to go for different. Is it going to be Harry Kane? Is it going to be Dembele? Is it going to be Gyökeres, Saka if they go through? Is it going to be Alvarez, Lookman if they go through? So yeah, the final's going to be just mostly about the captain, really, because I think 9 of our starting 11 are probably all the same. We've all got most of the same players now. Arsenal 3-1 Bayern. Oh, you think PSG are going to go through? It's so hard to write off PSG. I just got a good feeling about, well, not a good feeling, but a feeling that Bayern Munich are just ready to win it. This is what my side looks like right now. I'm not too sure about keeping Simeone, which is silly to say when he's starting. But yeah, I think getting Saka is way better. Doesn't feel good selling a Tuesday player, but I think it's needed. That's the problem I have with selling Alvarez as well, is you're selling 2 Tuesdays players when I've already got a shortage. So that's why I'm thinking maybe do it just so I get an extra player for the Tuesday and I can use my bench a bit more potentially. So I did think about getting Lewis Skelly, but now Ben White starting, feels like I might as well just keep Ben White and have Raya, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and get a defender for the Wednesday. Then I can get 2 outfield players for the Arsenal players in midfield and forward. So it's definitely Saka. It's either Eze or Gyökeres for me. Who goes with him? I could get Lookman, but I wasn't that impressed with him against Arsenal. He missed a good chance. Keeps coming off around the 60th minute. I'm thinking, give it a miss. Which team do you support? Do you support either of them sides? I agree with you. I hope Arsenal lose as a Chelsea fan. It's Chelsea. Chelsea are terrible. The only thing that's I'm clinging on to is one, Tottenham getting relegated and Arsenal not doing the double. I think they're definitely going to win the Premier League. I just can't see them going in the double Champions League and Premier League in the same season. That would just be horrible for me. So yeah, I think I'm going to bin off Hakimi to Skelly. I think it's Hakimi to Upamecano, so then I can get to Arsenal further forward. I think Alvarez, out of Alvarez, Dewey and Musiala, who do I think is going to get most points? I think Arsenal are going to keep a clean sheet, so just should not go for Gyökeres. The only worry about with Gyökeres is they've got Gabriel Jesus, Havertz. And I think one of them's at least going to come on for at least 30 minutes. So I'm only getting 60 minutes of Gyökeres. Am I confident that Musiala's going to start? I haven't even checked the predicted lineups. Are the predicted lineups saying that Musiala's going to start? Does anybody know? Do I need to check this before deadline? Probably do, actually. Predicted by inside. See what these say. The problem with these predicted lineups is obviously they're just predicted. Just we're taking somebody's word for it that they're going to start, which could be just as guessing as what I could guess. You know what I mean? And then we make our decisions, and then we're going to regret it because the manager obviously, like, I wouldn't have said that Lewis Skelly would have started in midfield today, but here we are. And I don't think anyone had predicted Lewis Skelly starting in midfield today. Just going on the Champions League website again, just to see what they say about predicted lineups. What do they say? I think that Musiala's going to start, so maybe I keep Musiala because nobody's got really. What do they think? Do we? Who else have I got? Kvaratskhelia. Yeah, Dembele. Do I need 3 PSG players for the Bayern Munich match away? Or is it not better going through an Eze? I just think at my rank at 20,000, I need to be a bit gutsy and go for it, if you know what I mean. Alvarez captain is decent. Alvarez is a good option for captain, for sure. I'm thinking about going Eze. I'm thinking about going Alvarez. Alvarez is a good captain, definitely. He's if Atletico score, you do expect him to be involved. It's either Eze or Gyökeres, whoever I buy. But saying that, how owned is Saka? 6%, but that's going to jump up, isn't it? Same with potentially Eze. I need to just quickly check that. Need to quickly check that. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to think of things and then load them up. So because I don't want to make a wrong decision later on. But if you got any questions, let me know. With Alvarez captain, just quickly, with Alvarez captain, it depends where you ranked. Are you happy with your rank? Do you want to be higher? I think Saka's probably the better. It's hard because Alvarez is just one of them players. If he gets a chance, he'll score. With Saka, he's not just coming back from injury, but I won't be surprised if Madueke plays the last 20. But saying that, if they need to win, they probably won't want to rest him. They don't play until Sunday. Depends where you ranked and what you're happy with. Saka feels like the safest best option, but with the backup of being Harry Kane, Dembele tomorrow, I think it's okay to just go with your gut it doesn't work out, you go with Harry Kane tomorrow, like a lot of us will. That's why I'm thinking potentially going with Eze. I'm just having a look at his minutes. He only played the full 90 minutes against Kirat, but we know that's a side where they don't need him. He's got 2 assists and 1 goal in the league. Just doesn't play full matches, does he? So it doesn't feel like a good option to go with Eze, does it? The only problem I have with... Go back over to my side. When it loads. The only problem I have with going down this route, which I really do like, is I'm not probably going to use my bench. Because I've got these players that are playing today, and if they all do well, then I'm going to have a massive decision tomorrow. Maybe I just leave my 2 defenders on the bench that I don't think are going to keep a clean sheet. Then I have to just leave one of these on my bench. But maybe Ben White comes off before the 60th minute. Who's in Arsenal? Who's in Arsenal's on Arsenal's bench? You're all telling me to get Gokares instead of Dewey. I do think that might be the better option, to be honest. Gokares is probably more likely to score. I'm chasing rank. Do I go for something a bit wild and hope it pays off? Just checking who's on the bench for Arsenal. Is there anybody like Timber on the bench that can come in for Ben White? Obviously, there's Mosquera probably and Hincap here, so... Zero money in the bank if I do this one, which I don't mind about. Means I'm spending my money. Just who do I leave on my bench if Arsenal keep a clean sheet and Gokares and Saka do well? Yeah, just the fact it's a semi-final second leg. Maybe Saka does play the full match or as much as the match as he can. Sorry about the internet playing up if it keeps lagging. I'm going to close a few of the tabs and hope it fixes it. Do I go with that or do I go with... I think that is the... That with Gokares is the smart move. If you're happy with rank, Eze feels like a chaser. The thing that when I was going to go with Eze, as I was going to captain him, it didn't work out. I can go with Kane. I think Cocker is probably better, isn't he? Can't believe it. Not can't believe, but I'm selling somebody that's I know starting in Simeone. I shouldn't have gone for him, to be honest. Should have just got Saka last game week, like I thought. Match day, like I thought. I was going to buy him in FPL last game week as well, and I didn't. Which I regret. I think this is the smart player to do this. Definitely not buying a fourth Arsenal defender. It just feels a bit silly. I don't think I should buy somebody for the Tuesday's fixture in the Atletico Madrid one. This feels smarter for using your squad, doing it this way. %, Saka's coming in for Simeone, so I could just do that transfer now. Just doesn't feel like doing it now is needed. Trossard. Anybody that watches Arsenal, do they think that Trossard or Eze is going to get the most minutes? Which one do you think is going to get the more minutes? Then defenders. Do I not just go for a PSG defender? But they're away from home. Do I not just get another extra player from Bayern Munich because I've only got 3? So then I'm split either way. And I can get Hakimi Mendes in the final if they go through. Or do I go for someone like Tar? Nope, he outscores him. Davis. Hey mate, what do you think about Lewis Skelly? I like him. I was close to buying him, Lewis Skelly. Just because I've got Saliba, White, Gabriel, it feels a bit silly to use my fifth or my last final slot once I've got Saka on another defender, and then I've got 4 defenders. It depends what you split like in defence. The only worry I have with Lewis Skelly is Zubimendi. Does he come on like the 50th, 60th minute? One of them out of California, Lewis Skelly, I think is going to come off. And I think Zubimendi's going to come on for him. Does Lewis Skelly go left back? Probably not. I think if he brings Zubimendi on, he'll want to go a bit more defensive. And I think California's probably got a little bit more about him in defence. Dewey or Vitina? Joshua, where you ranked and how happy were you rank? I think Dewey's more explosive to get you bigger points. And I think I'd personally rather go with Dewey. That's why he's in my side as well. I think Vitina's a really good player and he gets into the box and scores goal, but I think Dewey's probably going to get a chance or 2 more than Vitina on the break to score goals. My rank's 21,000 at the moment. I had a really bad, 21,000. Yeah, I had a really bad deadline where I missed locking in my side when we had that wild card kind of thing. And I missed out on massive points from Grimaldo and other players. I missed out on like 50 points, and that's killed me. Yeah. Alvarez, Kane, Diaz. Alvarez, Kane, Diaz. I like that. I wish I had Diaz. I wish you could have four forwards. I really like the forwards in the game. If I could get rid of one of my midfielders and get a forward, I'd do that in a heartbeat. Get a Gokras, get a Luis Diaz instead of a Simeone, Musiala. I'd love that. All out attack. Play 4 attackers. Come on, Champions League, give us another chip. Give us an extra chip. Feels like you're all telling me to keep Dewey and get Gokres. I'm not against that now, because do I think Arsenal are the best, most likely to keep a clean sheet in the 4 games? Yes. I'm backing it with 3 defenders and a goalkeeper. So do I not just get rid of Alvarez as well? That means, though, the one drawback with this is if Arsenal do get knocked out, I'll only have 4 players from PSG, 4 players from, oh no, what would I have? So have I got, I'm just thinking if Atletico do knock out Arsenal and Alvarez does well, then I'm pretty screwed on the final. Because let's say Arsenal get knocked out and I don't have him, and then one of PSG or Bayern Munich get knocked out, that's 4 players out or 4 players out. So I'd only have 4 players going to the final. 5 transfers gets me up to 9. At least if I keep Alvarez, I'd have 5. Still not great, is it? But I need to just get the points on the board, don't I? I think the finals is going to be without captain. I think I'm more locked into getting Gyökeres just because of the form that he's been in the last few games. And going with this. And then if I have to bench one of Dewey, Musiala tomorrow and my defenders do well, I'm happy to keep up on Magano and Patch on the bench because I won't be surprised if it's another goal fest. It's so awful, isn't it? I don't know why I just laughed, but it's so awful when that happens. You bench. I just benched Senesi in FPL and he got 14 points. He got an assist from a penalty, clean sheet, ball recoveries, well, DEFCON. 14 points left on my bench, and that 14 points would have got me a green arrow. So, awful. I've made some bad captaincy choices. If I do this, who do I captain? I'm going to do a quick poll on that. So it feels like you're all telling me to get Gyökeres. I'm going to do a new poll and ask you who you're captaining today. I think Saka's 6% owned is just going to be blown out by once we pass deadline. So don't read into, he's going to be a bit of a differential. I don't think he will be. I think anybody that's still active and playing the game will be bringing him in. I'm intrigued to see who the most bought-in defender is. So I'm buying the most bought-in defender. That's not, like, being different, is it? Was that a good thing that I've not even looked and I've picked the guy that's been brought in the most? Dewey's one of the most brought-in players, and I'm thinking about potentially selling him. So that maybe is a stupid idea to sell him. Maybe you're right. Maybe I go with this. Forget Eze. Yeah, you could be right. And the most transferred in players, I've got potentially three of them. I'm selling. Yeah, it's been sold 41,000 times, Alvarez. So everybody's buying these type of players. I think I'm locked into this, and I think I'll go to Captain Saka. I think you guys have... 20k is not a bad... 21,000 isn't the worst rank in the world, is it? Like, obviously. Do I need to keep chasing? Do I not just play it smart and just go with what's probably the best? Gyökeres has there's nobody else really, is there? Feels weird selling Dewey. I'd rather set him on my bench and not use him than sell him. I mean, Saka and Gyökeres could do absolutely nothing even if Arsenal go through, and I could be benching them. Like, it could be a defender or Eze that scores, and I end up benching both of them. And I need my midfielders, so this feels like the smartest idea to just go with this, but it doesn't feel great selling Alvarez. I do really like Alvarez, but just worried about Alvarez's and Gyökeres' minutes. I think Soloff, Havertz, Jesus definitely come on before the match finishes. Hopefully the player that you bring in does enough before you. The fact that I've got just enough money to buy Gyökeres just feels like it's meant to be. Look how many points Alvarez has got over Gyökeres. Nearly double the amount of points. Alvarez 10 goals, 4 assists, 5 goals, 2 assists. Alvarez with 30 ball recoveries. Including up ball recoveries. Alvarez's minutes are just way better. This is making me feel like going back to Eze and having an extra player for Tuesday. £683 minutes. 13 ball recoveries. 1 goal, 2 assists. Not that confident in buying, is he? I think I'm going to back the home side and go with this. I think I'm locked into this after thinking about it. I don't feel good about having so many Arsenal players because if they do get knocked out, I'm screwed. Only have 4 players in the final, and then the 5 players. I'll bring in. But if they both go through, I don't even need to make any transfers. I'll have 10 players in the final ready. And I can just buy the best ones that I think are going to do well once I've known the lineup. So that makes me think, do I not just go back to Alvarez and go for a punt on Eze? I should have made my mind up on all this well before I started this stream. I'm sorry. I feel like Gokras could be a bit of a differential, you know, and not many managers have got as well. That's the ownership on Gokras, and I think a lot of managers are just like me and not too sure who they're going to buy yet. So these will jump up. I'm going to reload it and see what happens. 16986. See if it changes. 16986. That's my alarm to tell me to lock in my side. Gokras as a. I can't remember what I was just going to do. Oh, see what? I forgot even 16986 was it? 23. But it's jumping up. Managers are buying him. It definitely wasn't 2-3 when I looked at it before. Does it tell you what percent it's on? I know Saka is on 6%. Let's see if it's updated and telling me a different number. 7%. So it's still lowly on. Eze's 4%. What was Gokras then? 12%. And the forwards, who's the most owned? Not from Arsenal. From all the sides. A lot of you are captaining Saka. I think that's the smart move. So Alvarez is still second most owned, so selling him is a bit of a risk. Need to log into my side. I'm going to lock these two in because they're definitely happening. I can't lock them in. I haven't got the money. Is either have a less players for the Tuesday's fixture and get rid of Alvarez for Gyökeres. I'll get rid of Dewey and get Eze and have an extra player for Tuesday. Have an extra player for the potential final. Feels bad selling Dewey when everybody's... Like, I don't even need to make that third transfer. I could just leave it as this and not sell Alvarez and get Gyökeres. Other than Eze, I don't think there is anybody else other than Trossard. Eze or Dewey. Eze or Dewey. Eze's at home. Will he play the full 90 minutes? Probably not. Dewey is away. Plays on the Wednesday. Got rested in that match. Compare Eze to Dewey's 5 goals. It's just about one game though, isn't it, really? Who's going to do better? Surprisingly, Eze's played more minutes than Dewey in the Champions League. Surprised at that. Didn't play at the start of the comp, did he? And he got his place. Didn't start, or didn't play. Played 45 minutes there. 29 minutes. Full match against them, 69. Did really well in that one, didn't he? Got his place. I mean, his minutes aren't like amazing. My brain's still telling me to go with Eze. I feel really bad selling him. It's the last game week to really do well, and I'm thinking about my captain Eze and just go all out for it. Get your comments in if you got any. If you got any questions before deadline, I've still not made my mind up. Get in the comment section and let me know. Eze or Gyökeres, which one would you buy? Because I'm just going from one to the other to the other. Who do I think is going to do? I think it's Gyökeres or Eze. Who do I think is going to do better? Gyökeres? Alvarez or Dewey? Who do I think is going to do better? Dewey? So maybe it's just Gyökeres, isn't it? Right, that's my decision. I've made my mind up. Yes, I'm not a rank where I want it to be. But play it smart. Over at Simeone, Hakimi, how could you do it? Yep. Now sort my bench. he's more likely I want to start subbing. If I was going to sell him, and I think I'm captaining Saka Gokres. Gokres could be a different one, couldn't he? If I go back to Kane. No, I've bought him. Should I go with Gokres? Let me know. I'm going to end this poll and ask you guys, what do you think I should do? Gokres or Captain Gokres or Saka? Do you think I'm being stupid going for Gokres? Let me know. I know he's not been in amazing form. I'm having a look quickly at Champions League goal projections. I'll put them on the screen if I find them. And that might make my decision if I go with Gokres or Saka as captain. We've got Gokres at a 38% chance of. Let me whack this over here and see if you can see it on screen. Can you see it? So for Fantasy Football Pundit, they've got Gokres at a 38% chance of scoring and Saka. Oh, computer's crashed. Right, I'm going to lock him aside. Saka feels like the best captain, doesn't he? Midfielder points. My computer can not crash now when I'm trying to do my side. Have a quick check, see what you guys have said. You're all saying Saka. Okay, I think I'm locked in with Saka. I'll put Saka as captain, so just in case it does freeze. And there we go. My side is 99.9% locked. Gokres just feels like a bit of a differential that if I go with him as captain, do I not just chase it with Gokres and then just fall back on Harry Kane if he's. I think I might go Gokres captain. Feels like everybody's going to captain Saka. If Gokres does better than him, could be good. And then they might be uncertain if to keep him as captain. Saka is coming back from an injury. This could be my last chance to climb rank if Gokres does well. Doesn't work out, I just go with Harry Kane captain tomorrow. Yep, I'm going with Gokres. Forget it. Let's go for it. Just before deadline, I'm going to go on Sky Bet. This isn't me betting. I'm just going to tell you if I put in anytime goal scorer before the deadline, we've got like a minute and a half till deadline. To score or an assist, Saka Gokres. You put £100 on Gokares, you get £210 back. You put £100 on Saka, you get £190 back. So Saka's got the better odds to getting goals and assists, and he's going to get bonus point, extra points. You're going to get extra bonus points if he does get a goal and an assist. It's gone back to Gokares. I just need this deadline time to pass so I can. Just lock in. Got like a minute on my time, but maybe you see this and it's already gone. So locking your sides. Let me have a quick look and see if anybody's asked a question. You're all telling me to captain Gokares, so looks like I'm captain Saka. Got 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Do I go with Gokares? Do I go with Gokares? No, I didn't go with Gokares. Hope that Gokares does well. I get the points from him. Bit of a differential. Alvarez does well. He's going to kill my rank. Reloaded the side. Just. Reloaded the side. And it is not got the points on. Does it need to wait until the match kicks off? Anyway, I'm going to finish it here. Good luck in Matchday 16. I will see you for the final. Hopefully we've got some players in there. If Arsenal get knocked out, I've got 4 players for the final. So I need Arsenal to go through. Anyway, thanks everyone that's